Hello and welcome to Connect to the Deck Tarot. So, this is the video that I promised I would do for the second half of fall, where I go into darker decks, I guess, for the season, because I go with the seasons. As November comes in, the leaves are gone off the trees, all we're left with the evergreen, the earth is getting ready to receive snow, the days get longer, the time changes, etc., etc. So I like to take out these decks, and I'm going to be showcasing them a lot more on my other channels, which is Life Path Number Tarot and also the Pisces Tarot. So yeah, you might see these even more there. And I like this one. I don't know, I'm shuffling it. I've been using it, so that's why. Now, just to let you know, I put the color on the border of this deck. It wasn't actually there. I just thought it would look good, and I think it does. It looks really nice. If I'm correct, I think it was just a Sharpie. I think it was a Sharpie. I did that a long time ago. Now, I love this deck. The Healing Light is, you have lots of color popping in here, but the figures are mostly dark. It's almost like we're just the shadow. We're just a shadow in the scenery. And I really love this deck. So I'm starting with the Healing Light Tarot. I love this one. And if you see my grapes, that's my breakfast. I have my coffee over here. We're all set up. Like I said, I do this one because I do this channel because I love the divination tools. This is where I can just be me, I guess. Oh my God, here we go. Look at the colors. Look how they pop. It's so gorgeous. Like, there's some here that I absolutely adore. Like, they're just, I don't know. I've always liked this deck. I have connected on a very deep level to this deck. I'm actually surprised that I don't use it more than I do. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It makes me feel all kinds of things. It's the pop of color in the background. It's just so vibrant. It's dark. Look at the Magician. Look at all the colors in the Magician. Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful deck. Okay? Yeah, I could go through and do an entire flip through. Maybe I should. Maybe I should and do a flip through of this one. And put it on the channel just so that people can see it. I don't see it a lot with readers, and I'm always surprised that I don't, because this is like one of my favorites. One of my favorites, yeah. Yeah, I like this one. Even a 10, it doesn't have much color. See, it's kind of like the light shining down. It's like the energy's gone. I love it. I mean, I love all of it. It's just gorgeous. I don't like all of it. I do not like this one. This is the 10 of Wands, and there's a bug. I don't like that one at all. Nope. That's the only one I don't like. I forgot about that one. Yeah. But then again, you know, I've said this, I did readings on the Pisces channel, and I said that I love the King of Swords in this one. He gives me that all-powerful man thing. I love it. These are very nice cards, I'm telling you. The Justice. Yeah, so this, the Nine of Wands, perseverance, strength, you know, of character to get through it. Look at the 8. I mean, it's really, really beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Death card. You have the another one of my favorites. 7 of Wands. Yep. I really like this deck. So that is one of my October-November decks. No doubt you will be seeing it a lot. It's called the Healing Light Tarot. I'm actually leaving it out Now I'm gonna say, because my brain is kind of like, it doesn't, it's not doing great. I mean, in ways of remembering. I'm not sure if I did the Dancing in the Dark Tarot. I'm not sure if I did. I may have or may not. I did 2 previous videos, but I'm going to go through it kind of quickly. This is like a regular Rider-Waite-Smith. It's just got a really dark background, which I like. It's very, very colorful, which I like. So just showing you here. Okay. That's the back of them. I like this one too. I like it. I find it does go with November very well. The end of October, November, because there's still a lot of color, but I feel that it represents the darker days that come in. You know, nights come in faster. It is a very pretty deck. I think it's very pretty. I like it, aesthetically pleasing. Even the Page of Cups. Look how handsome he is. Okay, it's very, very, yeah, the aesthetics are very pretty on this deck. I like it. So I don't know if I mentioned it, but I figure I'd throw it back in here for a few seconds so that you guys could see. I love the Lovers card. It's one of my favorite. It's so yummy. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so that's Dancing in the Dark Tarot. It's by Gianfranco Pereno. Okay. And that's also a deck that I'm using right now on my channels. Okay, I'm going to cover the other one. This one is not on Amazon. This one I got as a gift from my son. And it's actually called Dark Days Tarot. So it's fitting for this time of year. It is a square deck. It has some beautiful, beautiful images on it. But there, you know, if you know, there's the White Witch Tarot. Wait, let me see here if I can actually get it out. Oh my, I squeezed these decks really tight in here and now I can't get them out. But everybody says I that needs more room for their tarot decks. Okay, so this deck reminds me a little bit of the White Witch Tarot, which is basically just the major arcanas. I first saw this one on Baba Jolie a long time ago. She used to use it all the time, and I was so, you know, taken away by it. You see these kind of, they're like, what do you see, right? This is very similar. They would go well together. Okay, they would be a great pairing to work off of each other. They've got that kind of vibe. But this is a full deck, and that's what I really liked about it. And I think it was my birthday. I'm pretty sure it was a birthday gift from my younger son. He asked me if I wanted anything. It was an expensive enough deck. I think it was close to $50. And he said, yep, sure, I'll get it for you. And because I really wanted to see and have, it's got a lot in it. You can unpack a lot. I would say this is the kind of deck you could use it just with the meanings of what's on the cards, you know, like you could just go with what's written, or you could really just take in the image and really unpack it, okay? You have the Queen of Wands. Look how beautiful that is. And the Eight of Cups. Look at the tears. Yeah. See, really beautiful. Two of Wands. And this is the Dark Knight of Swords. This is a Dark Days Tarot. You could look at these and probably find a lot for a long time. The swords are on her feet. You see that? You could probably just, it's not a regular deck. In other words, it's not a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. That much I'm going to say. But it doesn't mean that there's not a lot in here that you can look at and go, I can, you know, there's a lot I can look at. There's a lot I can do with here. Look at the Judgment card. This one is more, this is close to the Rider, but there's no horn. But it's, you know, yeah. One of my favorites is this one, and the Death card, very, very cute. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, and you'd say, well, it's like an angel taking flight, but is she really? Because she's tethered to the earth, and she's weighed down by the pentacle. So, you see what I mean? It's beautiful. There's certain cards that you really go deep with them. The King of Cups, you have the fishtails. You know, even in hard times, there's like this cradle of calm. I really like these cards. Like, they're beautiful. They're not just regular, though. I mean, they're, you know, they're very different, the Chariot. But they're lovely. I was very much attracted to them. I find that I always think I'm not going to be able to read very well with them, but then I do, and I think I can read pretty. This is the Nine of Swords, of course. See? But I mean, I always think, oh, I may not be able to read as well with this, but no, I can read pretty. They read pretty good, I find, anyway, for me. It may not be for everybody. The Eight of Pentacles, I love this. The Seamstress. The Tower. They're very pretty cards. So this is the Dark Days Tarot. This is the back of them. They come with this, and they have a little chunky book, which oh, it's right here. It's got the image and just a little blurb on each. It was a nice deck to receive. I like using it. I probably don't use it as much as I should, but I have many, 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 many decks. That's what happens when you have a very big collection. So I'm going to I'm going to try and go through the decks that are Halloween, because this is Halloween week, and of course, we have to kind of just look at, you know, the Halloween stuff. I did buy a few Halloween decks. Now, the first one that I'm sure you've seen before, and it's one that I really love, it's the Zombie Tarot. Yeah. That is such a cute deck. I mean, it's retro yet fun. I don't know. Like I've said for the movie Tarot, I am a fan of horror movies. So it has to be your jam, right? Because if it's not, then it's not. I'm sure you guys have seen this one before. It's about zombies, okay? It's got brains. It's got relationship between humans and zombies. Obviously. The Three of Cups. That's so funny. Okay, and then you have the hazards. I haven't used these in so long. It's probably like either the swords or the wands. Nope, that's probably the swords. Or is it hazards? Is that pentacles? This is definitely wands. He's got a drill and a bone. I think I got these just because I love the imagery. As you guys know, I have the Pulp Tarot that I use, and I feel that they're along the same line. Kind of, they have that vintage kind of feel to them. You know, even this, it feels very vintage. With a twist, you know, with the ridiculousness of the fun of horror movies, because if you're somebody who likes that kind of stuff, I don't get scared by it. I just find it incredibly amusing. So, I don't know, these are funs. One thing with these movies is they're so ridiculous, or these things are so ridiculous, that I enjoy them, okay? It's the impossibility and the ridiculousness of it that you have to just laugh at it. I just have to laugh at the ridiculousness of it, okay? So, I love the lovers. Look at this. She ripped out his heart. And I'm not sure what he's spraying on her, or if he is. I have no idea. But, you know, I like this. Like, the tower is an apartment building, and then they're showing you a floor where the zombies are coming in. This one. I'm the hermit. I am sitting here enjoying myself with some chocolate and a book, and I have, you know, zombies in the background trying to get in. It's okay. I'm away from the world. I'm in my little safe space. I won't go too far more into this because this video will probably be long enough as it is, because I do have still a lot of... I'm surprised. I guess I am a fall person. I have a lot of fall decks. And, yeah. Okay, so that is my... I don't know if I did the Pulp Tarot, but I know it should be in here. If it's not, then I do apologize, but it should have been. Let's go through the Halloween decks first. Ow. Okay. Oh, I should have probably taken those. They were far, far below. Okay. So, the Halloween Tarot. Cutest deck ever. This, of course, no surprise. I know a lot of people have this one, but these are the Halloween decks that I have. I should leave them out because I will probably use them on my channel, because that's pretty much the only time you can, I think, right? So, these are just cute. They're just Halloween-y. They got pumpkins and ghosts and bats and imps. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's just fun. The Hermit. The Devil. You know, just fun. Aww. It's cute. But it's very Rider-Waite clone. That's the thing I gotta say. There's a lot of Rider-Waite in here. They didn't really stray away too far. The Ace of Ghosts, you know, that's the Ace of Cups. Nine of Pumpkins, see, kind of looks like the, yeah. Which is good. I like that, because then it makes it fun and easy to read. So that's perfect. Yeah, I really like this one. I like this one. I wish I could use it more often. I guess I could, you know. I shouldn't limit myself to the season. I should just, you know, I should have just used it all in October, but I have so many other decks, right? And then I got the Supernatural deck, because I was a Supernatural fan, and it is the only kind of theme. I have Little Prince, that's not true. I have two. But it's the only theme deck that I really fell to buying. I mean, I love Dean. He's like, yeah, you know. Am I sorry that I bought this deck? Yeah, most certainly. Because it's pippish. And if you started buying these decks, you know that's what happens, right? They do, you know, it's just all pips. But they do have the characters, so you do see them, the fools. But other than that, you know, it's not bad. There's certain scenes that you can... Oh, I love that. The confusion. I love that. I love that. It's been so long since I watched it now that a lot of it has escaped me. I'd probably have to watch it again. And some of these characters I didn't watch the full till the end, so there's some of these that I don't even know who they were, or they probably showed up later. Yeah. So that is, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's really not bad. The page and the kings and the queens have all a face, so it's not just pips. Oh, death. I love it. But then you do have, you know, the ones that are just... The Wheel of Fortune. It's not the worst deck that I've ever seen, but I mean, it's pretty good compared to some that I've seen. I'm a Star Trek fan, and I wanted a Star Trek deck, and I looked at the flip through and I thought, it's just not great. I love the fact that it's all dark in the background, really great for fall. So I might actually use this one for fall. I might use this one even after Halloween because it's a very great dark November deck. So it's cool. I like it. And even if I don't know the characters, well, I can just go by the meaning, some of the characters. Some of the faces are probably like people who showed up in the episodes, but they were on the air forever. So you'll have to excuse me if I don't remember everything. All right, so next one, the Phantom Wise Tarot. Why do I feel like I've already done this one? I feel like I've already showed you this one. It's a very pretty deck. It's got the dark background. And the only thing is when you shuffle it, I don't know if this is what they call linen. It feels more plastic though. It just sounds very weird, and it's very slippery. It's very cute though. I mean, like, there's certain cards that really, like, they're just, I don't know. I feel like it's part carnival, part Little Prince. It really feels carnival, part little bit of steampunk, but not too much. I don't know, I just like it all. I like it all. It's so pretty. Like I said, the cardstock I thought would be fun, but ends up that it kind of, you see what I mean? What it does to the image. It doesn't show up as clearly as I would have liked. You hear that? That's just that. I don't know. I love this one. Of course, because of my love of bunnies. But yeah, this is the Phantom Wise. This one I've been using too as well on the channel recently. Oh, I love the Ace of Wands. The Emperor. He's almost got an Egyptian look to him, doesn't he? The Ace of Pentacles. Look how pretty that is. Doesn't that fit November so much? That fits November so much. Okay, so the dreaded one. and some of you will probably want to go forward to this one, because it is definitely a Halloween November deck. I feel it's like right up there with, what would you call it? What would you call it? Beetlejuice? Weirdness? It's the Deviant Moon. And I've refrained from using this one on the channel because there's people have very visceral reactions to this deck. They just don't like it. And I get it. It's very, like, out there. It's out there. But you can't tell me you can't feel this Ten of Wands. I mean, it's just all about, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, or a blade and a hard place, and there's nowhere to go. I mean, it really makes you feel that. And I know people have a hate relationship, but I absolutely adore this deck. It's part of my horror movie genre. This is a horror deck. This is a horror deck. There's just some terrible imagery in here. So I'm not going to keep looking at it. If you guys want to see what it is, of course, I'm sure there are flip-throughs. You can go check it out if you're curious, if you have a sense of the macabre. I think that's a good word for that deck. Let's see, what else do I have? What else do I have that I consider? I have the Inversion Tarot. This is also a black and white deck. Came in a tin. I thought it was the cutest deck, and I've used it many, many times. It's very pippish, but it also feels Tarot de Marseille. It feels Marseille-like more than, more than Rider-Waite-Smith. It really feels like Marseille. But it's got a bit of everything, I think. Look at this ace. The Ace of Cups is always such a pretty card, usually in the decks, eh? So it's a cute little deck. It's pocket size. You can carry it with you. I love it. I don't even remember when I bought this, but I bought it a while back. See, the Fool feels very much like the Marseille. Very much like the Marseille deck. So, love it, love it, love it. Yeah. Ugh. The Lovers, the World, the Magician. Yep, very cute, very simple deck. It's very black and white. That's it. That's all you get. Of course, I edge a lot of these decks because I feel that they look unfinished. So I think I just used like Sharpie black to make it complete. I like this deck a lot, but again, I don't use it very often. Okay, what else do I have here? Let's keep going, you guys, because I think I put these all together. Oh yeah, I gotta do those. Okay. This is the Enchanted Dream Tarot, and it has a darker palette. And that's why I like using it. That would be still like end of October, beginning of November. It's not quite as dark. It's still got colors, but I feel like it's still in the blues and the darker colors. This is a deck that I bought. I also took the silver foil. I cut it off and put some blue. I shortened up the deck just like I did my Mystical palette because I just felt the deck was too massive for my hands, and since I've done that, it's become a lot easier to use. You have a lot of warm colors. I feel like this is like the evergreen, right? This is why I like this deck, especially for fall. Even here, you feel a little bit like there's snow falling. I love these decks. I'm moving right along because I still got a few decks here. I still got a few decks to go through. So this is the Enchanted Dream. I put it in its own bag because the box is massive. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. What else do I have here to go through? Is this one too? Yeah, this is a Gil Tarot. Now this one I've heavily modified. The backs do not look like this at all. The only thing that's original from the back is that little moon, that crescent moon. I actually Sharpied all the backs. I hated the backs. They were very color stuff in the back. You could probably find somebody who'll do a flip through. I also I cut the deck and edged it because it had a gaudy white border. It was more of a square. I did not like it, so I wanted just the image. And this is the Gil Tarot. And it has one word: regret, Lovers, Hermit. These are the normal, but 2 of Wands, it's written Dominion. 7 of Cups, it's written Imagination. See, so it does have like its own thing. The 8 of Wands is Speed. I could go with that. The 3 of Cups, Joy. Ace of Pentacles, Wealth. Ace of Cups, Beauty. You know, you can... Nine of Cups content. Some of them I'm okay with. Some of them are, you know, it's... I don't mind. If I'm going to take one deck that has words, it'll be one word. I don't know. Potency, the Ace of, you know, it's like energy. They're not bad words, like I said. The Nine of Swords is despair. You know, that works. It can fit in there. They're not too bad. The Queen of Swords is reason. So it's not bad. The Five of Swords, loss. It's not bad. It's just that if you don't like keywords on your cards, you may not like this one. But I just loved it. I love the palette. It's the art. I don't know. The design of the cards did something. When I looked at it, I went, I love it. Like, I love it. The Four of Pentacles, like order, and it's true. You like, you know, everything's in a certain order. It has to be in a certain order. The Nine of... That one's weird. I always thought that was weird. The Nine of Pentacles is prudence. But, you know... the Six of Pentacles, well-being, and it's candy. You know, you have to kind of read along with the cards, but... So this is the Guild Tarot. And like I said, because I've painted it kind of like a darker color, like using it more in winter and fall. I could actually say that these are also winter decks. They're not just fall decks. So I guess this would be like my fall going into winter. The next deck that I could say would be, okay, so I'm gonna do a couple more. The Wild Unknown Tarot. I just find that because of the black and white in this deck, it really lends itself to this season, okay? But it could be any season. But, you know, everything's kind of muted, and I just find that it's a great time of the year to use this deck. Probably November stretching into, you know, January, February. This would be a great deck. You guys are all, I'm sure, very familiar with the Wild Unknown. It was one of the most popular decks out there. And the Cosmic Coven. This would probably be near Halloween as well. Because it has witches and stuff, and it's just pretty, and it's, of course, you know, that time of the year. This is a new deck from last year. It is, I did not do that. It came in with this. It's got a sigil in the back. Well, at least that's what it looks like to me. And there you go. You have a very dark sky, beautiful kind of deck. You always have like the sky with the stars. So this lends itself perfectly for the winter season, the fall. Yeah. It's very pretty. The figures don't have faces. Well, they do a little bit, see? But for the most part, oh, look at the Ace of Cups. They always make such beautiful Aces of Cups. They have mouths. They have no eyes, though. I just noticed they have no eyes. And most of the ladies are purple or green, or there's no... this has got to be the most skin inclusion of skin types that nobody... No color that anybody has. So it's like you can't... Oh, maybe this... No, that's kind of reddish brown. I don't know, maybe. I just find that it's got, you know, you can't hold up on anything here. Because it's like, yeah. You'd have to dye yourself this color, I think. But it's good. You know, the purple, yeah. Very cute. I like this deck. I enjoy it. I enjoy the colors. I enjoy the dark sky with the bright colors. I feel that it lends itself really nice. It's a little stiff, maybe because of the edging on it, but generally it's a very nice deck to shuffle. I enjoyed getting it. I want it. I think I bought it last year at this time because it was either it came up at that time or I saw it and thought this would be great for the fall. Now, as you see, I'm not showing you a lot of like oracle decks right now. I don't know. I think I showed you most of the oracle decks that I did. So we have the Relative Tarot, and we have the Beloved Dead. What else do I have? I have all of these left. I can't believe I have so many, you guys. I have a lot. Yes, I have a lot. So these are both from Carrie Paris. The Beloved Dead is it's your collective family of ancestors archetype awaits you in the Beloved Dead Oracle. So I guess this is an oracle. It is an oracle. So there we go. I'm going with the oracle deck. The one card I left out was the Ouija board because I don't like that one. But they have, like, this deck is very interesting. Religion, Evermore, Wholesome, Crave. All of them have, like, different things. And you know what? I've done it a few times. My dad came through. My grandmother came through with these cards. I really like it because they tell you of stuff that you have to deal with. Appearance, sovereign, disconnect. If you have a disconnect with somebody, they're so beautiful, okay? I don't know if you guys want me to do something on this, but addiction, I think my father came in with that, a bottle of booze, and the scary part is he kind of looks a little bit like him when he was young, so I don't know. There was vanity, and then there's active love cards, self-preservation. I think I got that one as well. There's teacher, somebody who came here to teach you something, tribe. There's just so much here. I really enjoyed this deck, okay? This is the kind of deck that you want to go do some deep diving with. The reason I take it out at this time is because you could do it at any time of the year, but I find that it has a lot to do with November 1st, Day of the Dead. If you want to communicate and have a real conversation, this is this is kind of a deck that you want to have as a tool, as a divination tool. Now, would I use it a lot with, I haven't used it on the channels because I think that's more of a personal thing. Okay, it's more something that has to do with you, right? With the way you want to deal with things. It does have a book. I think I put it aside here somewhere. Yeah, it's on the side here somewhere. But we'll just leave it like that. The one that is the Relative Tarot, also by Carrie Paris. I love this one too as well. This deals with numerology, and that's why I love it so. And it has a lot, like the Pulp Fiction. It has, like, ancestors. Like it tells you, this is part of the sevens, 7 and 16. In other words, like the Chariot, and 16, which is the Tower. So how they relate to each other. The Wheel of Fortune. Very beautiful deck. I will let you go and explore these, like I said. The Temperance. Beautiful. And there's a whole background or backdrop for these decks and how they came to be. These are fascinating decks for me because somebody went through a lot of trouble and they went through, they did a lot to get these decks to come to life. So I love this one as like the Rider-Waite-Smith, right? But I love these decks, and I love the way that they really worked. Look at the Hierophant. It's got the same, yeah. I love the way they came in. Look at the Eight of Wands. Somebody's writing the Eight of Wands. Anyway, so these are awesome decks. I highly suggest, if that kind of, gets you, again, they are edged. Worth looking into. And it says, who am I? What have I come here to do? How do I find my soul's truth? Fare thee well. Till next we meet. And yeah. it does have that ancestor vibe to it. It does have that talking to the past loved ones vibe, very, very much so. So if you're not into that, I don't suggest you get these, but if you are and you're curious, go ahead. Okay, so we have the Weispel Tarot. This is also a very great deck for, okay, so if you guys watched that video where I said I wasn't connecting to, I didn't like that deck, that black and gold deck, this is basically the one that replaced it. Okay, for me, it's the Weispel Tarot, because it is, I don't know, there's something more, there's just more to this one. It's prettier, I don't know, it just felt less dull. It shines where it should, and it doesn't where it doesn't need to, and it gives it that very, I don't know, that little extra that I was looking for. This is what I was expecting from the black and gold tarot that I got, and it didn't come in, but this one does. This one does. This one is pretty and shines and does it. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah. And it shuffles nicely. It's got the gold, because the other one didn't when I said. This one does. And no bends, and shuffles excellently. So this is another deck that I will be using a lot in the month of November. I love it very much. Okay. Getting there, you guys, getting there. I have the Spirit Within Tarot, which is a very beautiful deck. And again, this focuses on figures in the background in the dark. But it's a kind of a different way, but it's still a very pretty way. I like it for that kind of work. I find that it really shows up. It shows the light in the darkness of the you, this deck. I always felt that. I always felt like it shows the darkness of you, the quietness, the calmness of you, the empty spaces that sometimes need to be empty. I really love this deck. I've always enjoyed it very, very much. And this is one of my favorites. And I like to pull it out at this time of the year where I tend to do more introspective work because we're more inside, right? We're doing a lot less. So it's time to kind of go inward. Okay. Pagan Cat Tarot. I got this one for... I guess that would be right along with the Halloween one, because it's just all about kitty cats, right? A kitty cat with a, you know, little witch hat. I like it. Actually, it's just a Pentacles hat, but I like it. It reminds me of my friend Catherine. I bought this deck because of her. That's probably my only other animal deck. It's so funny because I remember in that, I said I only have one animal deck. I lied. I have two, and both of them are associated to people, because my friend Kat, well, for obvious reason, right? Cat. So, and she was a cat. She was a Leo, and when she passed, I wanted something to represent her, and this is what was offered up. Okay. Because I always ask the people who've passed if there's something they would like, and this was the one she picked out for herself. So this is her deck. Because they're pagan cats, I just like to think it's, I don't know, more fun at this time of the year, but I actually would probably use it at any time. This is like a little Prince deck. It's kind of the same size. I love the purple. So, almost there, you guys, almost there. Next up, we have the Guardian Tarot. This is about trees. I know a lot of people get spooked by these because, but I think they're like the forest guardians, okay? Which is trees, but a lot of people think they just look like monsters. They are very beautiful. I have to tell you, this is my shadow deck. This is the one that I've done all of my shadow work with. It usually leaves me in tears because there's a lot coming through with these. I feel that it's the hollowed out eyes, the nowhere to hide kind of imagery that really gets to me. There's something about some of their sad faces that really, you know, I don't know, gets to the heart. The towers like cracks. Okay, there's just something about this deck that I truly love. You know, death and the fear of death. See that? There's something about this deck that really touches me. I know it's like a little bit like the Deviant Tarot. Some people really don't like this deck. I really love this deck. There's just something about it that talks to me. So, this is the Guardian Tarot. My husband also loves this deck. My husband bought me this deck. He said he loved this deck. He thought it was, I don't know, there was something about it for him as well. So, love it. Don't use it as much because I don't think it's a fan favorite on my channel. But I do use it for shadow work for myself. So, I think I'm done, actually, for that. The other thing, though, that I do have, and I think I'm going to keep it for, winter decks, because I do have, like, winter decks, is my Rider-Waite-Smiths that have, like, snow and darkness. I'm sure I could have, like, videos upon videos of, like, a million different things, a million different other decks that I could use for this time of the year, but this is like 45 minutes long. And I think you've gotten the gist that I have many fall kind of related decks. I feel there's a fall feeling to them. So, you're saying, do you have more decks? Oh, heck yeah, I have more decks. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm going to save the other stuff for near Christmas because I have the Magical Nordique Tarot. I actually have a Christmas Tarot. I have these other ones where it looks like there's snow falling. I have some angel decks that I like around Christmas time. So, well, angel decks. Angel-like. They're not really angel decks, but you'll see what I mean. Yeah, that's it. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I promised I would. Plus, it makes me take all the decks out so that I can use them, and I will, along with the other ones that I have been using for October. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you in, well, next week. And if you're on my other channels, very soon. Take care. Bye for now.